Throughout Holy Week, also known as Passiontide, we will continue to journey with Jesus through many emotionally charged events, beginning with Jesus' triumphant entry into Jerusalem, his Last Supper on Holy Thursday, his death on the cross on Good Friday, then on to his glorious resurrection from the dead on Easter Sunday. The gospel we heard today recounts the event of the rising of Jesus' friend from the dead, Lazarus. It is the last of Jesus' marvelous miracles, and it is one of the best known in the New Testament. Oddly enough, it is this event, raising a dead man to life, that sets in motion the final act of Jesus' earthly ministry and sets the stage for his own death and resurrection. The very details of this account is filled with multiple emotions. As you can imagine, at the death of anyone, we've all experienced that at one point in our lives. It comes up, so much comes up. Loss and grief, especially in this story, the loss and grief experienced by Martha, Mary, and those Jews that were with them. Also, Jesus' frustration and agitation of the doubt and unbelief of many of those present. Yet, despite that, his compassion for their suffering, and in being greatly troubled, what did Jesus do? What would any of us do in a situation like that? We would weep. And Jesus wept. Yes, Jesus wept. And it is found in this Gospel of John at verse 35, being, in effect, the shortest verse in the Scriptures, because it simply states, and Jesus wept. What else is there to say? Think about it. Jesus, who is God, made flesh, overcome with grief, cried over what you and I, for ourselves and our families, but for the common good in the world around us. He was moved, perturbed, and troubled because he feels empathy for us and grieves for us because of our brokenness. Jesus, God-made man, deeply cares and loves us all in a manner that words would be inadequate to express. Yet, moved by all the pain, loss, tragedy, and sin we encounter in this life, Jesus chooses to stand by us and sit with us in all of it. Why? Why, you might ask? The answer is simple. Because we are his brothers and sisters, children of the Most High God who created us. And anyone who follows Jesus is part of his body. And we, as the church, are the body of Christ. In effect, the hands and feet of Jesus in our present world. We are all called to be active participants in the story of salvation. We are called to be present to those around us in the same way that Jesus is present to us. As Christians, we are a people of Christ's passion and glory. And the integral part of our faith is following God throughout our lives, regardless of our circumstances, representing him through us to the people around us, and to show the love of Jesus, his love for us, to those and to all those we meet, by going to where Jesus went, seeking and loving the lost, the oppressed, and the forgotten. We are charged to leave our comfort zones and venture into the unknown, knowing that we serve a God who literally became helpless in pursuit of us. And we must do the same for those among us who are as helpless. We are called to be servants to a hurting world and go out into the margins of society where people are hungry, lost, oppressed, tired, out of hope. And to do so by taking action, definitive action, regardless of how messy and uncomfortable the situation may be, following Jesus in his footsteps.